School lockdown story. It was an ordinary day at school, the kind of day when the clock ticks slowly and the classroom feels like a cage. But little did we know, this day would be anything but ordinary. As the 7th period calculus class dragged on, with spring break just around the corner, our teacher decided to make things more relaxed by playing a quiz game online. The atmosphere was light, filled with anticipation for the upcoming holiday. Then, the announcement came. The dean's voice crackled through the loudspeaker, urgent and shaken, declaring, "This is not a drill. Go into lockdown." The cheerful vibe evaporated instantly, replaced by cold fear. Our teacher, usually laid back, acted swiftly, turning off the lights and directing us to the corner of the room. We sat in tense silence as the hum of electricity ceased. The school's power had been cut. Moments later, the terror began. A man's screams echoed down the hallway, growing louder. He pounded on lockers and bellowed threats that made the blood in our veins run cold. "I'll kill all of you," he roared, his voice filled with a rage that sent shivers through us. When he reached our door and began banging on it violently, one of the girls couldn't hold back a scream. The pounding continued, each strike on the door reverberating through the room like a drum of doom. The ordeal seemed endless, but eventually, the screams faded as the man moved on. Later, the dean explained that a mentally unstable individual had entered the building, attacking a front desk employee before disappearing. Despite a thorough search, the intruder was not found. The most chilling detail came later. A janitor discovered the man hiding in a storage closet, armed with a revolver. By the time the police arrived, he had vanished, leaving us to wonder if he'd ever been caught. Months later, in a different school, another lockdown unfolded. This time, it was during lunch. Students were herded into a multi-purpose room as rumors swirled. A man, reportedly a registered sex offender, had been spotted watching students near the school's perimeter. He had barricaded himself in his house, threatening violence against the authorities. The situation was surreal, with memories of Halloween resurfacing when this same man had smeared warnings in blood on his windows. The lockdown lasted hours, an eternity for the frightened students. Thankfully, the man was apprehended, but the fear he left behind lingered like a shadow. The third story took place in the basement of a high school, where a young computer intern worked. It was a quiet sanctuary, far from the bustle of students and teachers. But on that day, the sanctuary became a trap. A lockdown was declared, and the intern turned off the lights, hiding under his desk as footsteps descended the stairs. The intruder entered the office, but instead of searching, he whispered, asking for a way out. The intern's phone buzzed, revealing a message, "Stay away. The man in the red shirt is armed." Realizing the danger, the intern bolted for the stairs as a gunshot echoed behind him. Miraculously, he escaped, and the intruder was captured moments later by police waiting outside. The teacher who had been shot survived, but the trauma of that day left an indelible mark. These stories serve as chilling reminders of how quickly normalcy can shatter. In the blink of an eye, an ordinary day can become a nightmare. Yet, in the face of fear and uncertainty, there is resilience. Students, teachers, and staff rising together to navigate the chaos and come out stronger.